That one.
Where?
There we go.
Wait, what was that?
The Dead Bride's necklace.
Oh, I thought one of the guys just tried to yank that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Clyde.
Wait, it just looked like I kicked you.
Oh,
Wait, you caught another one?
yeah. Hey, Clyde. Everybody wants to go ahead and get a piece of it.
I thought they look kind of funny
Um,
when they jump over.
hey, Clyde. Oh, this one's moving.
Oh, we're supposed to go
Oh,
over here, that's fine.
okay.
This
Uh,
is kind of weird though. They just have like some guys just like in a conveyor belt and then they just put them in the fire. I think these are probably the people that were like they tested on and they were like failed subjects or something.
yeah. The very fact that they evolved or they moved into like the Reaper, I'm like, oof.
Hmm.
It's pretty gross, my dude.
Yeah, but I do still think it's a really cool design though. 'Cause it's like a weird giant like bug thing and it has like tiny bugs around it and, and the fact that it came from a human is like the weird part. Because you
Yeah,
could still
Clyde.
slightly see like slightly humanistic qualities of it.
I think that's what I wanted to go ahead and see, like if there was still any human parts. It looks very, very insect-like. So, hey, Clyde. And my apologies, I'm actually coming this way because I was trying to see if I can go ahead and spot the BSAA emblem,
Hmm.
but
I think this is uh, the last place that has conveyor belt, so it should be here. I think.
it should be. And I know that it's supposed to be like along the edge of something, but if not, then yeah, we'll probably go ahead and do this like at a different time because yes, I don't want to hold it back too long. Are we by chance like nearing the end of this chapter?
I think we are, but I'm not too sure. This could be a longer one. I either we're pretty close to the end or it's a bit longer than I remember. Because I'm trying to think, and I think this chapter might be combined with another part that I remember, or this is its own separate part. So we'll see.
Gotcha. So yeah,
But I
no, it
think,
should be fine. Just
yeah, I think the other part I'm remembering is like separate. So we'll see.
gotcha. Okay. So no, I mean it should be fine, everything like that. Just that like for them to introduce the Reaper, just like, well, that's pretty much it. I'm like, no, I would encourage a little bit more interaction because hey, we're already nearing the end, so I would appreciate for them to go ahead and be like, oh, let's go ahead and go out and just toss everything on top of them. So,
Wait, then this is just like the one time that we fought one of those. There's gonna be more.
um, I'm not looking forward to that, Clyde, because yes, they're still bugs, so they move in their buggy ways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, the map looks so
I
awfully
thought
clear.
black
So
sludge.
no, Clyde, because it reminds me of mold. So going from that.
But you weren't even
Uh,
afraid of Resident Evil 7. And that game had mold
it,
all over the place.
it didn't look like mold in that game.
Yeah, it did.
They
No,
did
it
very
looks
well with that.
super gross.
But it looked like slime kind of. But
No, if you look closer to it, it looked like veiny, like gross, like the way that like mold actually not mold. It looks like isn't it like mildew or something? It's called like the stuff. I forgot what
yeah,
it's called. Yeah, it looked more like that. And that stuff is really gross.
yeah, Clark. Um, yeah, it's fine. I don't think I can go and carry any of these other things. So we'll go ahead
Don't go too far ahead, by the way.
okay, just these
Mm.
doors.
Oh, flame round. I'll take those.
Hmm.
Those are kind of new.
Oh, yeah, Claude, yes, these machines have the power to the internet.
I thought this actually just reminds me of like the thing that I saw on Twitter recently. It was like something about cryptocurrency or something. It's like that's so weird. Like, why does that even exist? Like, it just reminds me of the fact that like money is just numbers, like made up
Yeah,
numbers, and it's just kind of dumb. Like, how about you just like make everyone's bank accounts be like 9999999 or something like that?
yeah, Claude. I think like it kind of sinks. Oh, why, Claude?
Wait,
Yes, destroy it all. Destroy the internet. Destroy.
wait,
Uh,
yes, let's destroy bitcoins.
Yeah, quite yes. Doggy coin. Doge coin. What was I gonna say? Yeah, because they're trying to go and put. I hate the whole mentality is like, yes, we got to go and put a price to everything, and
Oh yeah,
um,
I really do hate that too.
yeah, we have to make a business out of everything. Hello. Hey, Cloud. Yes, we're Girl Scouts. We're here to go and sell cookies. Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna
okay. I guess you
wait.
guys
Look,
don't like.
leeches. It's Ouroboros.
It's gross. They have multiple brains. Oh yeah, I guess Mulder said about that because yeah, it's like, ah yes, leeches. They have multiple brains, multiple stomachs, and multiple
Wait,
testicles.
is that
And
actually
she was like,
true?
they do, yes.
Mm, how?
Well, glad you could make it.
Yeah,
Up
but
here,
they're
you
leeches.
two.
Oh,
Priscilla,
hello.
where's Jill?
Jill.
What
You're
about
like a
me?
broken record, you know that? Just as single-minded as he said. You've spent so long trying to track down Ouroboros. Well, here, enjoy.
Hey, God, she has the same sassiness as like a lady in a novela.
Hey, how we have to go slap her. Oh. Yeah, but he has this size.
Ouroboros is a new POW,
Yes.
and you're planning on selling it to terrorists.
Good guess, but no. While it does resemble the
Sorry, I like her
BOW
no.
based on the progenitor virus, I have no intention of selling it to terrorists.
Then what are you using it for?
Evolution. It's a philosopher's stone, one that will choose through DNA who shall proceed to the next stage. My vision and his combined, now made a reality.
Evolution? What are you talking about?
Oh, you'll find out soon enough. Everyone will.
Maybe not the best question, but I want to know like what's your
Looks like he wasn't worthy. Only the chosen ones are fit for the coming new world.
What's her what?
Priscilla, wait!
sorry, I kind of liked her little monologue where she was going there, and then hey, this is also going on.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wait a minute, we've seen this guy before.
Yeah, this one's just like a more bigger, grosser version of that. This one,
I ran out of rifle.
That's the same type of bioweapon that wiped out Alpha Team.
It is.
Yes, but this one seems much more ferocious.
God, I like how excited I sound about like fighting one of these guys again.
yeah. So, well, you were gonna say
Do you
something
think
though, no?
Do you think if I sit in this chair, I would also get the same treatment?
No.
God, I'm plenty fit for this whole process.
Well, you get it by being like injected or something, from what I recall.
Yeah, God, I sit in the chair, they inject me, and then it's like kablamo. You're, well, never mind, because then yes, and then I have worms inside me, and it's not,
Yeah, that's
it's
gross.
not natural.
But yeah, so basically this fight, yeah, we have to hit those.
Understood. I did see the canister, so let's go ahead and take care of these cysts.
The only issue is that he has very tiny, and there's also that flamethrower.
Flamethrower tank is now full. You may resume use when
All right.
But we should only grab it when, well, actually, never mind. I think we just grab it right now.
Oh, hi. They're all swarming here. Hello.
Yeah, but you can teleport.
Oh wait, yeah, they're all over me. Why? Oh, that's not. Man, I didn't consent to this. Why? God, look, you've embraced the power of fire. You're fireman.
Yeah, okay.
So there's chunks of meat just flying all over the place. Okay, sounds good.
So yeah, it's like so many things going on. I can barely like concentrate the things I wanted to say. um, but yeah, Claude, so I was gonna say technically, I think this fight kind of is technically a little notorious for being kind of sorry, and you don't have to come on, by the way.
Okay.
I did that by accident. Um, it's kind of a little like weird, I guess. Like you have very little time frames of actually attacking him, and it's very iffy about when you're supposed to attack him, which is like right now, of course. But it's like the time frame is so little to the point that it's like really hard to actually. You're gonna find yourself losing your ammo really quickly. I guess.
Okay, that's honestly not much of a problem, but as long as I'm playing with you, I'm actually okay with this and everything. But yeah, if we're gonna run out of ammo, then that's a whole different story. But even then, just a more challenge. I always.
So that's pretty much why they also have the flamethrower, so that way if you do run out of ammo, then you can still just use that.
Understood. I shot him quite a bit, and he operated all the way over there.
Yeah, he teleports sometimes.
Oh, to finish that Excella thought, I don't know how to go in and properly word it again, but I'm kind of curious as to like what she specializes in. Like, I wonder if she's like into like genetics or like what she studied for, like what piques her interest, her mind.
I don't know. I mean, she seems like to be all over Wesker, so.
Well, yeah, but she didn't go to like college or like go to places to go and study on Wesker. And it's just like, I guess, did you know that he's like 4'5", and then he's like super wide. There's something flailing on the. Oh, okay, this disappears after something. It is in front of us still. Okay. At this point, I think I can just go ahead and go just with whatever I got from here. So, actually, he's getting a lot closer than I want him to.
I think we have to use fire to get him to take out his weak points.
Sure. Machine gun ammo, I don't need that.
So I'm
a grenade.
gonna shoot him now, and then you shoot the weak points now.
Sure.
Hey, well, there you go.
Good. Okay, those are the two. I guess the game might be encouraging us to go ahead and move like onto different sides of the screen to do this. I have run out of ammo of every kind.
Oh.
Also, grenade on your side.
Oh, that did a lot of damage. Yeah, I thought I told you you're gonna run out of ammo.
Hey, Cobb, it's fine. Why can't I grab this rifle? Hello? Oh, I have to break the glass. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, Clyde, I was acting like one of the, whenever dogs and cats are trying to get inside, so they just keep on scratching the windows and just like, what is this invisible barrier that holds me back? Yummies. Okay.
So I know that
Hello?
there's some
Ooh,
first
you're-
aid sprays around here, so I'm in trouble.
Okay. Hang on, babe, I will save you.
Hey,
Hey, Clyde, let's go and find that.
well, there's an herb right here. You could. Oh yeah, there's a first aid spray too.
Did you find it?
Yeah, they're right here.
Okay. So,
Oh,
let me see if I can do this. Yeah, oh boy. Yeah, that's what I was just like, hold on. Let's get you out of here first. No, you...
Okay, I'll run away.
Okay.
I think there's another one around here anyway.
Ah, dang it.
It's a grenade.
I'm coming. I'm actually trying to run to go in and catch up to you real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Clay, yes. Now you have more... yeah, Clay, you have better speed now.
So where is the... Oh, you grabbed it. I think we're gonna have to reload it though. But I'll try and aim at him.
Okay, I'm actually getting him into the. Oh, he escapes.
Oh, he's in front of me now.
Oh, he caught. Oop. Oh, he caught. He backhanded slapped out here. Okay, I've run out of that.
Oh, okay. You have to put it back into the tank thing, the refuel station thing.
Okay, so while that's happening, let's go ahead and do this. Do you by no, you don't have any ammo that I can use. Okay. Oh. I heard a boop. I'm assuming that's the sound of it being killed.
Yeah, you could see the little lights up there. It shows you how much it's fueling up.
Okay. I thought that was a
Oh.
bigger boop. Oh.
Hey, oh, now you're in trouble.
I thought you safe. Okay. Let's pick it up.
See, so now just keep... let's see.
Oh. Ah. Yes, this is all cysts. So this answers my question just fine. It's now all just oils.
Okay.
It's kind of gross because it reminds me of all those like zit popping videos that are on YouTube, and I'm like, why? If I could, you know,
I didn't really get to shoot him much. Because it was
you're
like it was on the other side, but did you? Oh, you already put it back. Okay.
yeah.
So now we just kind of like run around a bit because we don't. There's no real point to use our ammo, I guess. So you mostly just need to use the fire anyway.
That makes sense. I'm able to go and hit some of them, some of the points, so I think I should be able to at least get some of it done. I think you should go ahead and do the flamethrower, and I can go ahead and hit him from back.
Okay.
So he's at the station.
Oh, another one of these. I guess I'll get rid of my magnum ammo. No, you come pick this up. I don't want to get rid of it.
Pick what up?
There's a first aid spray right here.
Okay, I can get that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it is, but I will just assume that it's somewhere nearby.
You could check the map. It's where I'm at.
Okay. Flamethrower is ready.
Okay, but come get this first. It's right here.
Hello.
Yeah, come on, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna go grab the flamethrower then.
Go for it. Come on, give me a clear shot. No, dang it.
Okay, where is he? Let's go eat some
Oh,
Ouroboros
we're not eating any part of that.
kebabs.
That's gross.
I thought it looks super tasty. It tastes like black licorice.
I don't see any exposed parts right now.
Hey, thought they're coming out. Let's see, where are they? It's right there.
See it.
Yeah.
That's one. There we go.
Oh, yeah, you did it. It's pretty gross. You could see like his entire body all elongated.
Yeah, like it's still going to see like what resembles his butt cheeks. Okay, I like that they were considerate about it. It was his best feature.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because it just ends right there though.
Okay. But that was actually a very nice way to go ahead and finish it off. Yay, glad I actually did like our teamwork that was going on and everything. And look, we also got Sokka.
You got Sokka and
Sokka.
Akka. Yeah,
I did
Hey.
press,
oh, that's fine. It just takes us to the inventory screen anyway.
Okay, perfect. This is what I actually wanted to go ahead and go back to.
Mhm.
Okay.
But yeah, we actually did pretty well with that fight, honestly. Cause I think having the knowledge of how to deal with it and all that kind of stuff, it helped us. I think that you did pretty well with it too. So
God, I actually thought that was actually very interesting. Still hate the fact that some of them now have like protective headwear for headshots, but yeah, God, overall
Oh
still
yeah,
great.
that's true. Yeah, that is pretty annoying, but I guess it makes it more even technically because we are using guns and all that. Now they're using guns.
Yeah, God. Um, kind of wondering because this place actually had quite a bit of treasure. I'm not sure if it's worth coming back here to this level to go ahead and keep.
No, I'll be honest. I don't think this level has as much treasure, compared to like the ones with the caves and all that. Those levels have much more treasure.
Yeah, but the thing is that like I've played those levels quite a bit, and it's worth it, but it won't. It takes a while to go through the entire thing.
Okay.
Hey, Clem. I guess I'm just thinking about like just the whole like metagame of just like what's the best farming stuff. So yeah, Clem.
And I mean, I don't know why you don't have to.
Yeah, Clyde, I want to get more eggs so that way I can go ahead and be like, you want eggs? I have 10 billion of them. Yeah, Clyde, just the same way that I can go ahead and just be like, hey, Clyde, all for you.
I don't want all of that though.
Yeah, Clyde, you can have unlimited power with me.
I thought I already have unlimited power. I already have like way too many weapons.
Yeah, Clyde, they're all stuffed in your pockets.
Hey.
Do you need anything by chance? Just, I guess off the record.
No, I'm just checking. Oh, there's flame rounds now.
Oh, those are actually a new thing?
Yeah, they were new in this chapter. So we got them. I got them before the boss fight.
Hey, Clyde, I want to
So
look at them right now.
I'll get a few of those. Then eventually, I think there's ice rounds and electric rounds as well. But wait, those aren't accessible yet.
Okay. It's actually really weird that they actually introduce all this stuff, but like, it's very late game. It's fine. Wait, Clyde, it's also letting me know that my inventory is full, so like I have like way too many items, so I can't add any more. So all my space for inventory has been taken, so I'm probably gonna have to go and start selling some of my duplicates then.
Oh, wait, but I mean that's a lot of space. I mean, I'm surprised you even got it all full.
Yeah, you kind of like being efficient with all this, although it's not very efficient if I can't have all the stuff in there, so makes sense.
Nathan. But yeah, I mean, I guess we could talk a little bit technically before I end it.
Sure.
I did that last time with the Mario 3D World. I put like a little thing. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, the gameplay ended here, but you could keep watching, so you could like hear a little bit, I guess, because we were talking about
Feeds.
like weird stuff. Yeah, like Toad in his like poop cave and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. So yeah, Cloud, we technically saw the Reaper, which is like came from a human, and we also saw Licorice Guy. So I'm not sure if you want to go ahead and go based on that.
Well, so the interesting thing, I guess, you did see when the guy was transforming, he got like red eyes or something. Like he had, like they look like a cat's eye or something, like an animal eye. And I guess it's kind of interesting because Wesker actually has eyes like that. So I think from what I recall, they were talking about something about like evolution or something. So basically, I think Wesker's plan is technically to like distribute those worms throughout the entire planet or something. He's gonna like throw them everywhere. And make it so like everyone panics, everyone just starts like getting invaded by these worms, and they go into your body or something in like unwanted places, and it's very uncomfortable probably. And then either you're one of the chosen people who like become like Wesker, because Wesker has those things in him too. And you can like you get like super strength or something like that, and you can move like super fast the way that he does or whatever. But if you're not chosen, then you become like a super gross licorice monster man or something like that. And you're basically like a zombie. So.
I know that this is definitely nothing like that at all, but like the way that you're describing it reminds me of. I honestly do feel bad about it, but I guess briefly touching the Salem witch trials, where it's just like, yes, we must go ahead and do a series of tests to go ahead and prove if you're a witch or not. And one of those tests was just like, okay, you have been accused of being a witch. We're going to do this test where we're going to go ahead and basically tie a boulder around your ankles, around your legs. and we're going to push you over a cliff. If you go ahead and sink all the way down to the bottom, but you somehow survive or you start flying up or what have you, you are a witch and we must kill you. However, if you sink all the way to the bottom and you drown, then you are a human. And it's like, does it die either way? It's just like,
Yeah, that's kind of dumb. I mean, you're literally like saying, okay, you're gonna die or we're gonna kill you because
yes.
like this doesn't make any sense. Like, okay, that's just so terrible. That, like, I can only imagine like how much less people valued human life way back then. It's like, wow, that's. I'm really glad that technically in the world that we live in nowadays, like people are much more like kind of. I mean, I say that people are much more caring for other people's lives to some degree, but at the same time, I'm not too sure if that's entirely true. Because there's a lot of people, like, it's a thing where it's like if someone was like having a seizure, like on the sidewalk or something. I'll be honest, I feel like in the area that I live in, most people would just be like, oh, I'm gonna like pretend I didn't see that, or I'm gonna walk by, and that kind of makes me feel like really hopeless to some degree. Because like, oh, like most people are pretty like terrible, or just gonna like not do anything about it, even though someone's like suffering.
Yeah.
But I know that there are still people out there in the world who would just actually like stop everything they're doing and try to save this person's life or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's that kind of thing where I feel like technically in our world we're desensitized to that kind of stuff. Well, not us, but like other people. But we at least aren't going about like, hey, we're gonna, well, I'm saying that, but technically people go to prison and they get like killed off, and they get the death penalty even though they're like actually innocent and stuff like that. You don't hear about that as much, but there are cases like that still happen nowadays, and it doesn't get as much publication because I guess like people try to silence it or something, or they try to just like walk it off, and it's kind of terrible, honestly. So yeah, there's still technically things like that happening at times, so it is pretty terrible. But I'm glad at least it's not so terrible to the point that everyone's just dying all the time. Like the amount of death that people have is like super like easy and common and all that kind of. We are in a pandemic and all that technically though, but again, like I mean, like in the before that was happening and stuff. At least it's not something where it's like, oh, I don't like you because you're wearing pink clothes, I'm gonna shoot you. It's like, no, that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Okay. I'm oversimplifying it, but I guess one way to like explain that is just like, it's kind of a good thing that we don't have a chaotic system where it's survival of the fittest. Whoever can go ahead and like, whoever has the most power controls whatever law there is, because that's an absolute chaos. And there technically still exists, but definitely we've gone into a set of rules, into a certain system. But you also have that end of the spectrum that's also corrupt, because you now have order, but it's also considered evil as well on that side. Those are things that are definitely that will take time and effort to go ahead and tackle down. Taking a step back to what you were saying before, how like a person could be like having a health crisis or mental health crisis, different things like that, and nobody's going to go ahead and help them. I think if people like understood what the situation was, they would be a little bit more willing. But then you also have the very flip point where it's not very common, but there's some people who are just like you saved me. It's like, yes, I'm sorry, you seem to be having an emergency. I wanted to do my best, definitely want to help you out. And it's like, well, you didn't do a very good job, so now I'm going to go in and sue you. So it's like you're now trying to go ahead and attack the person that was helping you. It's like, yes, and it's like,
wait, what do you mean?
Excuse me?
I've never really heard. That's so terrible. I mean,
I guess one example I can go ahead and think of is, and I apologize because I can't think of a actual case, but I feel like that has happened before. But one explanation I can go ahead and give is there's an episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Kind of spoilers for like one episode, but it's the episode where they're trying to go and look for an earthbending teacher, and this is before Toph. This was still in book 1. They come across this guy who can earthbend, and they're like, "Hey, as soon as he hears that, he like hides and is like, "Why did you run away?" And it's like, "It's because earthbending is banned in our village. My dad got taken away because he was earthbending, so I don't want to do that because I don't want to put my family in danger." So one day, he's hanging out with a group. They go ahead and like walk around. They hear somebody yell, and it's an old man that is like pinned under a pile of rocks. And Katara's like, "You know what? Hey, there's nothing we can go and do. Our waterbending, airbending is not going to be able to save this guy. You have to earthbend these rocks off of him." And it's like, "But what if they see me?" It's like, you have to make a choice. So he earthbends it, removes the rocks, he saves the old man. That same night, the old man like basically he snitches on him, and the Fire Nation troops that are there, they come and arrest the earthbender. So it's possible. It's very rare that instance, but it's kind of weird because yeah, like even when you try to go ahead and do the best, or when you try to go in and do the right thing, it sometimes flips on you. But I think something that I've learned with that case, or just in general, I think it's best to do the right thing still. If somebody like decides to go ahead and toss it back to you and say like, "Well, I didn't like what you did," or like for example, in your case, since you have, since you're involved, of course, in the art community, if you were to say like, "Hey, I went ahead and did something nice, or I wanted to give you a gift," and they're like, "I don't like it," it's like, that's on them. You did your best effort to go ahead and give them something nice. If they don't appreciate, well, it sucks, but by all means, it still comes out of a purity of your heart. You're on the right side, not necessarily them.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely do. Like, yeah, it's a very interesting thing, but yeah, because it's not really something that you really see too much in. Because technically, you really do have to be a really terrible person to be like that. But I think the context also matters a lot, because in the thing that you mentioned with Avatar, in that sense, it's basically more about their loyalty to who they're working with.
Yeah.
So it's like if you saved your enemy, it's like, oh, like you saved an enemy, but they're like, oh, but we're still enemies or something like that, so I'm still gonna attack you. At that point, it's like, okay, technically makes sense, but you were still hoping that they would maybe have a change of heart or something. In the sense of like art and all that kind of stuff, I do know technically some people have drawn like art where it's like huffy stuff, and it's unwanted. So in that case, I definitely do understand where it's like, oh, even though you got this for me, I didn't really ask for it, and I don't really like having that kind of art. So in that sense, it makes sense if it's unwanted though. But in the case if it's just like, oh, I drew this for you, and it's just like an art of your character or something, it's like, oh yeah, that's really nice. But then if someone's like, oh, but I do not like it, I hate it, it looks terrible, or something, that's really mean. But yeah, I still feel like that's not really something that happens much, thankfully.
Yeah, actually, you actually bring up a very good point, and that's a very valid way to explain it, especially in that kind of scenario. That makes complete sense. I think another case that I can think of that also would support like the way that you're saying it is, for example, those people that in the romantic part where there's just like, I wanted to go ahead and take you on a date, and I bought you this nice like accessory, like a necklace or like something for your outfit. And the other person's like, "You're very sweet, I enjoyed our time or what have you, but I'm sorry, I'm actually not interested." And the other person's like, "Wait, but like I got you all this, like you're obligated, you're supposed to go ahead and say yes to all of this." It's like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
they're not.
Yeah, that's another interesting thing, because yeah, they really aren't. So I think it really depends, because yeah, there's different ways of twisting that. You could be the person who is just straight up mean and is like, no, I do not want any of this, I hate it.
Yeah.
Saying you do not want it is fine if it was unwanted or something, but straight up being like, no, I hate it, it is completely unnecessary, you're wasting your time or something like that. I think again, like, it depends on the context and how you're talking about it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the sense where you just say like, oh no, it's okay, but I don't really want it, then again, like the context, it really depends how you say it. So yeah, I think it's mostly just that. It really depends how you go about it.
Yeah. I think just overall with a lot of these scenarios in these different cases, I don't think that just one rule or one thing should be something that just applies overall, where How can I go ahead and explain that one? Say, for example, hmm, I can't think of a better example, and that's probably going to bite me back on this one. But say, for example, somebody were to go ahead and steal food, and the people catch up, and just like it's a child, it was a kid, and the reason they stole was because like they're starving, they didn't have anything to go and do. It's doing something wrong for the sake of survivability, and some other places will like that's the penalty, that's the death penalty. You've stolen, so you must go ahead and be punished for that. And it's like we need more context. We need more. You can't just go ahead and apply the same rule to every circumstance and
Yeah.
expect it to be the same way. There's certain exceptions. There's certain ways that we can go about this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there's also, yeah, I don't know, like laws are very like iffy and weird and all that. It's just they're just go about it in such dumb ways. Like, oh, like you did this tiny little bad thing where we're gonna put you in prison for 30 years, and then oh, here's this other guy who did like they killed someone, but we're only gonna put them in prison for like 5 months or something. It's like ridiculous. Like, what are you even talking about?
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's like, oh, but by the way, this guy has like millions of dollars, so they can actually get out of jail for free. Technically, it's like, that's ridiculous too. Like the jail system is just something that was made like that. It's pretty much made again like, it's just so many things when you really think. Yeah, there's so many things that are just like made to oppress the poor people and all that kind of stuff. But not to be hopeless or anything, I really do think technically people are. The more that people talk about that kind of stuff, the more that people are more aware, the more that everyone will combine into one and actually make their voices heard for this kind of stuff. Because yeah, I mean, I even saw something on Twitter recently. There's like someone in the some like what is it? Some government man or something. They were like in the government building. They were like doing their speech or whatever. It wasn't a speech. It was like their hearing or something. I don't know. He was saying like what he was saying something about like I think it was in the context of something about the senators or something being like, oh, the president that we have is the most progressive one in like 80 years or something like that. And then the guy was like, well, yeah, it's because you guys have not been wanting to change anything, and it's been dipping too much to one side, and you guys don't want to do anything or that kind of stuff. And he was being very adamant about it. And I was like, oh yeah, yes, you show them, you tell them. So it's stuff like that where it's like, oh yeah, there really are people who actually do care, people who actually are very like righteous, and they actually do have the right idea with all that kind of stuff. And likewise, I hope that when we talk about this kind of stuff, that we can possibly give people the same impression, in the sense that people can also like be aware and try and make smart decisions, and just like try whenever you have a chance to actually make a difference, like when it comes to voting, or just like spreading around like the good information and stuff. Not good information, the good justifications, the good morals, values, all that kind of stuff. Then try to push that onto the people that you know and all that kind of stuff.
But of course, knowledge is power, and I think that's what we were referring earlier in regards to that. Where like even if a person doesn't have like the medical expertise to go and help somebody out, somebody that's having an accident, it's like you can still go in and take steps and try to help the person. It's just like, hey, you know, was there, if somebody had an accident or something else happened, you may not be able to go in and like completely heal them on your own, but you can definitely start calling like for an ambulance. You can try to go ahead and help the person in whatever is possible. I know it's a little tricky to go ahead and give specifics, but it's still good to go and be proactive and teaching people that it's okay to fight for the right thing. That's a good thing. I guess on that note, for both of us, I know that we like the political stuff does go and come out every so often, and I think it's just because of it's partially one because we're a little bit frustrated with like how things have been going on, and especially since we discover more and more stuff, it's just like, wow, there is a lot of corruption, and we do need that kind of change to go ahead and happen. I guess I do want to clarify that even though we do have certain ideas, We're not experts, so I'm pretty sure that sometimes we might go ahead and say something in this
Oh.
video, past videos, or future ones, and it's like whoopsie doopsie. Actually, I shouldn't say it like that, but basically, just that we might end up sometimes being on the wrong side, but definitely it's like we want to go to make sure that we correct that as soon as possible, try to go ahead and get back on the right track. Um, but yeah, as long as we're fighting for the best thing where everybody has their rights and it's for the best outcome, then yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Um,
of course. But no, I think it should be fine and stuff. But of course, no one is 100% always in the right. There's always going to be something that, or it's not that no one, like, it's more so just that people's, like, morals and values and all that kind of stuff, they can be, malleable, and everyone can always change their perspective, and when it comes to, like, the side of good and evil and all that kind of stuff. I know that you could say like, oh, the world isn't really black and white, but it kind of is when you really think about it. It is, and it also isn't, in the sense that there's a lot of grays in the world, but there's a lot of very straight up black and whites as well. There's a lot of things you could easily see as being right and wrong, and a lot of the things with the world and the government and all that kind of stuff are just straight up bad and not right.
yeah.
So yeah, but of course, like, there might be one thing here and there that we might say that might not be like absolutely 100% right, or sometimes maybe some of our stuff might be like twisted, or some people might see it as the wrong way. But no, I mean, like, it is what it is. I think people, so it happens. I'm pretty sure it happens with like other YouTubers and stuff too, where you can easily twist their words to seem like something else, but you could usually tell what their true intent is, or if there is confusion of something, you could always just try to like ask them or something. And in our case, if there's ever anything, you could just ask this, and it's like, yeah, it's probably fine. We're not really ever meaning any bad stuff to anyone.
Yeah.
But if there's ever any confusion, then you can always just ask.
But of course, and I guess that's one of the reasons why it's a little comforting in a way, whereas like, I mean, outside of like these recordings and stuff, sometimes we'll talk about certain things and it's like, is this okay to talk about, or is like, but I mean, that's why we have these conversations, because that way we can go ahead and like share a bit of knowledge between the two of us, and to sometimes tackle down topics that may be considered a little touchy, or they're on the hot spot, but at least that way we can have a better idea as to where we stand. And yeah, but I think this is also something that for our audience, for the viewers, is also kind of how you were mentioning. We have these conversations so that way we can go ahead and have a better idea as to what our strategy, what our plan is, and to go ahead and fight for the right cause. And like how I mentioned with that one lady that she was being very vocal about
Oh yeah.
some things that had happened. I can't give any specifics on that, but it was very encouraging to hear somebody being very, very powerful and very adamant. Just like, no, this is the wrong decision. Like, how could this like go ahead and be done? So, like, that was encouraging for me, because just like, I'm very happy to hear that there's someone else that also has a similar mindset. They also think that there's obviously a better option for most people in general, for
Yeah.
the public.
That we're
So
not
we
all
want to also be that voice. Yeah.
Yeah, that we're not all filled with Ouroboros.
Yeah, I guess we're not all up to the brim with worms.
Yeah, we're not black licorice people.
I actually do kind of like it in jelly bean form, but outside of that, nah.
Yeah, black licorice actually isn't that bad. It tastes kind of like Pepsi a little bit, oddly, like those Pepsi candies,
Yeah.
but not as sweet and not as strong. So I still kind of prefer those other candies that have those flavors more.
Actually, now that I think about it, because I think with black licorice they add enough sugar, so it tastes like that. So I don't think we're tasting like full-on pure black licorice. So
Oh. Well,
I would
yeah,
imagine so.
I guess so. I don't really know. Maybe, yeah,
Kinda
yeah.
like,
Oh, no, go ahead.
sorry, I was gonna mention that's actually the same case with chocolate, for example, because you have like milk chocolate, white chocolate.
Oh
all that
yeah,
stuff.
it's only like 10% or something.
Yeah, once you start going to like more pure chocolate, it becomes like super bitter, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, I imagine so. It's probably the same as like coffee and all that too. Coffee, if you try to eat it, it tastes super terrible, but it smells super good. It's like one of the nicest smells. And then when you actually drink it, it's like super tasty too, which is kind of weird because that's the closest we've ever had of actually tasting coffee. Um,
Yeah.
but the coffee itself, we've never actually tasted true coffee. Or
Yeah.
true coffee doesn't taste good. Vanilla is like that too. Vanilla smells super duper nice, but like it tastes extremely terrible.
Yeah, I've tried eating like both the vanilla bean and the coffee bean, and no. I'm not gonna give much more of an explanation, but I can just say that I tried this as a kid. But yeah, no, neither of them were very tasty.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. There's a lot of ingredients like that they just taste so terrible, but as soon as you add sugar or salt into them, then they just automatically taste much better. Sugar and salt are just like the super catalyst to any like ingredient.
Glad, yes, it's just like a lot of different things. You got to go ahead and help blend these things so that way you can bring out better contrast, better flavors.
Yeah, excellent. But yeah, excellent. So I think I'll leave it at that for now because we have been going on for a bit. So yeah, I'll like do some like editing or something. I like muted the game so that way I can put like music or something. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, so for now I'll leave it at that. And thanks for listening. And if you stuck around for this long, then good for you. You get a gold star on your forehead.
Hey, Clyde.
Mhm.
Hey, Clyde, yes, we'll go to give them one gold star. It'll be like one of those silly stickers where just like you are number one, but it's like completely misspelled, or is Clyde, because I remember there was like stars. It's like you tried, and it's like.
I like that. No, I want to give them a cool, nice, shiny, golden star. It looks super nice. It's like it's holographic and also holofoil and also like what else? It also has glitter, and also it has like it's 3D as well. So it's like one of those like fake crystals that are made of like plastic. So I think that's super cool. They're gonna keep it on their forehead forever.
Yeah, Clyde, yes, and it glows in the dark, and then it can
Oh, yeah.
become a temporary tattoo if you want it, if you just apply some water. And yeah, Clyde, it can also go ahead and power up your electrical devices as well.
Yes, that's true. You have to charge it with your moon energy in the moonlight or something, so that way you can put it on your forehead, and then you can shoot your electronic devices from the little gem on your forehead, with like a laser, and then it'll charge your devices, and then the device will also be charged by moonlight.
Yeah, Clyde, I was gonna say blood, but yeah, Clyde, moonlight is much more less intrusive.
Yeah, that sounds super terrible if it just like makes you shoot blood out of your forehead.
Yeah, Clyde. I'm not what I feel like there actually is a specialty in classes, because like there's like necromancy, but I'm pretty sure there's one for blood.
Well, there.
Necromancy? No.
I don't know. Is that one lady from Mortal Kombat?
Hey, cut Scarlet. I actually like her, but most of her phrases are mostly about how hungry she is. So I'm like,
Oh.
somebody please get her a burger.
Yay! But anyway, so yeah, yes, we need to end it there because we've been talking a lot.
All right. Yeah, of course.
But yeah, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for sticking around for like all this and all that, and can look forward to more whenever I upload the next video.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, no, like same for me. Thank you guys for joining in on this. I hope that you guys enjoyed like both the gameplay that you saw and of course the conversation we had. And yeah, let's go ahead and try to go and stay optimistic during all of these different times. Hopefully better change for good. And then yes, watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, and well, actually both Avatar and Korra. That might cause a little divisiveness, but I do think both series are very valid. But yeah, go ahead and watch them.
Yeah.
I highly recommend them. We do.
Yeah, they're very good. But yeah, bye now.
Okay.
Sure.
I guess. Go ahead and we have to say goodbye to the ancient clown.
Yeah, they smell bad. They poop their pants. Go change your pants. Your
They stayed
diapers.
watching the video so long they forgot to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, oh, they pooped. Yeah, we're so mean. We It's like one of the most demeaning things to like say to like an audience, but it's because I guess I don't really like. I'm not really actually meaning it to them. I just like sing it to like the non-audience. Like there's an audience and then there's a fake audience. The fake audience is the one that I just make fun of, which is
So
not
they're
the
made of
actual
cardboard.
audience. Yeah. And then the actual audience, I'm actually super grateful for.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Bye. Go away.
Okay, okay.
We're done now.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye bye.